Address of His Holiness Pope Leo XIV to the participants in the event promoted by the Domenico Bartolucci Foundation on the 500th anniversary of the birth of GP da Palestrina. And this is in a translation using a Google Translate from the Italian, because they haven't published English and it's been a couple days. And it took place on Wednesday, June 18th, 2025 in the Sala, Regia of the Apostolic Palace. Dear brothers and sisters, good evening. After listening to these angelic voices, it would almost be better not to speak and leave us with this beautiful experience. I would like to greet His Eminence Cardinal Domenico Bartolucci, Sister Raffaella Petrini, the esteemed speakers, and the illustrious guests. I'm happy to participate in this meeting in which, with words and music, we celebrate the new philatelic issue, Emissione Filatelica, promoted by the Bartolucci Foundation and produced by the Vatican Post Office on the occasion of the Palestrinian 500th anniversary. Giovanni Pierluigi Luigi da Palestrina was in the history of the Church one of the composers who contributed most to the promotion of sacred music for, quote, the glory of God and the sanctification and edification of the faithful, end quote. That's St. Pius X's motu proprio, iter plurimas pastoralis officii sollicitudines, from 1903, in the delicate yet exciting context of the Counter-Reformation. His compositions, solemn and austere, inspired by Gregorian chant, closely unite music and liturgy, quote, both by giving prayer a sweeter expression and fostering unanimity, and by reaching the sacred rites with greater solemnity. And that's, end quote, that's from Vatican II's document on the liturgy, Sancta Sanctum Concilium, Article 112. Polyphony itself, after all, is a musical form full of meaning for prayer and for Christian life. First of all, in fact, it's inspired by the sacred text, which it aims to, quote, clothe with suitable melody, end quote. And that's from the document Inter Sollicitudines. I think that's from the Pius the 10th one we just had, so that it can better reach, quote, the intelligence of the faithful, end quote. And that's from the same document. Furthermore, it achieves this goal by entrusting the words to several voices, each of which repeats them in its own and original way, with varied and complementary melodic and harmonic movements. Finally, it harmonizes everything thanks to the skill with which the composer develops and intertwines the melodies, respecting the rules of counterpoint, making them echo each other, sometimes even creating dissonances, which then find resolution in new chords. The effect of this dynamic unity in diversity, a metaphor for our common journey of faith under the guidance of the Holy Spirit, very ecclesiological statement, is to help those who listen to enter with ever greater depth into the mystery expressed by the words, responding where appropriate with resonant responsories or an alternatum, which I guess just like antiphonally. Precisely thanks to this richness of form and content, the Roman polyphonic tradition, in addition to having left us an immense heritage of art and spirituality, continues to be, even today, in the musical field, a point of reference to look to, albeit with the necessary adaptations in sacred and liturgical composition, so that through singing, quote, the faithful participate fully, consciously, and actively in the liturgy, end quote. From Sancta Sanctum Concilium, that's Vatican II, Article 14, with deep involvement of voice, mind, and heart. Of all this, the Missa Pape Marcelli, in its genre, is an example par excellence, as it is the precious repertoire of compositions left to us by the unforgettable Cardinal Domenico Bartolucci, illustrious composer and for almost 50 years director of the Pontifical Musical Chapel Sistine, in Italian Sistina. I therefore thank all of you who made this meeting possible, the Bartolucci Foundation, the speakers, the choir, and all of you. I remember you in my prayers. St. Augustine, speaking of the song of the Easter Alleluia, said, quote, let us sing it now, my brothers, as wayfarers sing. Sing but walk. Go forward in good. Sing and walk. Do not go off the road. Do not turn back. Do not stop. And that's from his sermon number 256. Let us make his invitation our own, especially in this holy time of jubilation. My blessing to all.